Welcome to the Learning Speaking English channel. Today's topic is powerful, personal, and universal. Struggling with self-control? Let's go on a journey together through a story that might feel surprisingly close to your own heart. Imagine you're not just listening, but walking through every scene, every moment. Our story begins in the charming city of Edinburgh, Scotland. Narrow cobblestone streets, misty mornings, old stone buildings, and a quiet chill in the air. Among the thousands of people who cross Prince's Street every day, there's one young man who seems just a little different. His name is Daniel Carter, a 26-year-old musician who dreams of building a life filled with art, discipline, and peace. But there's one problem. Daniel struggles deeply with self-control. On the outside, he looks composed, a neatly dressed pianist, moving from cafe to cafe, earning his living through evening performances. But inside, Daniel is constantly fighting battles no one sees. He wakes up late even when he promises himself he'll rise at dawn. He scrolls endlessly through social media when he should be composing music. He eats fast food when his health is already faltering. Every night he whispers, "Tomorrow will be different." But tomorrow often looks exactly the same. Maybe you've felt this way too. You set goals, make promises, build plans, but when the moment of decision arrives, your willpower melts away. It's not because you're weak. It's because self-control is a muscle, one that tires, breaks, and can be rebuilt. Daniel's story is about that rebuilding. One cold January morning, Daniel decided to make a change. He walked into a small library on George IV Bridge. He sat down by the tall window and wrote a list titled, "I want to take back control." It had 5 simple points. 1. Wake up at 6 a.m. 2. Practice piano daily without distraction. 3. Exercise for at least 20 minutes. 4. No junk food during the week. 5. No endless scrolling. It looks simple, but change is never simple. For the first few days, Daniel felt unstoppable. He woke up early, practiced with focus, and felt a new energy flowing through him. But on the 7th day, after a tiring evening performance, he felt temptation knocking. The smell of hot burgers filled the streets. His phone buzzed with notifications. He told himself, just today. But just today turned into a week. His list gathered dust on the table. And this is where the story turns. For example, he knew he scrolled the most when he was tired. So he started charging his phone in the kitchen, not the bedroom. He knew junk food cravings hit when he passed the same corner at night. So he changed his walking route. He built micro barriers against his own impulses. And slowly his music improved. His mornings became calmer. His confidence grew. One evening, after a long day of disciplined work, Daniel performed at a local theater. Clara accompanied him on violin. The performance wasn't just technically brilliant, it was emotionally alive. The crowd rose in applause. And in that moment, Daniel realized something important. Self-control isn't about restriction, it's about liberation. Now pause for a second and think about your own life. Where are you struggling with self-control? Is it with your habits, your time, your emotions, your health, or your goals? Remember Daniel's turning point. Motivation is fleeting, structure is lasting. Let's talk about some practical principles drawn from Daniel's journey. 1. Identify your weak moments. Know when and why you give in. Awareness is the first step. 2. Change your environment. Don't rely on willpower alone. Make temptations less accessible. 3. Restart fast. Don't wait for the perfect time. Every sunrise is a fresh chance. 4. Build small, consistent rituals. Big changes come from small steps repeated daily. 5. Forgive yourself but stay accountable. Failure is part of the process, not the end. Daniel didn't become perfect. He still had days where things slipped. But over time his identity changed. He stopped saying, "I'm someone who struggles with control," and started saying, "I'm someone who builds control daily." That mental shift transformed everything. 1 year later, Daniel was invited to perform in Vienna. Standing on stage, under the soft golden lights of a historic concert hall, he remembered that morning in the library. The list, the failures, the experiments. And he smiled, because self-control had stopped being a burden. It had become his strength. This is what struggling with self-control really means. It's not a flaw. It's a journey, sometimes messy, often challenging, but always possible. If Daniel could rebuild his life one habit at a time, so can you. So the next time you find yourself battling distraction, craving, or procrastination, remember this story. Don't wait for a perfect moment. Design your moment. Build your structure. Restart fast. Thank you for staying with me through this journey. I hope Daniel's story and these lessons have inspired you to take charge of your own battles with self-control. If you liked this script, if you found this story meaningful, then make sure to like, share, and comment on this video. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories and powerful lessons.